This is how much I have to eat to cycle 100 miles across Japan. So, the plan for today is to take on my biggest day of riding yet at around 170 kilometers from Imabari to Tokushima. This is probably going to take me about 10 hours or so. So, to get on the road as early as possible, I hit my hotel breakfast right when it opened. And let me just say, as soon as I saw the lineup, I knew it was going to be a good day. Compared to most hotel breakfasts in Japan, this place is one of the very few that aren't afraid to bless your boy with a little bit of protein. Now, is it the optimal pre-workout option? Perhaps not, but I wholeheartedly refuse to only eat carbs when at a buffet. As I got moving, the ride kicked off with these beautiful long stretches of empty rural roads and a little bit of propaganda before I rolled into a cafe for my first pit stop of the day. Online, I saw that they had these voluptuous fruity waffles, and you guys were gonna be like, oh my gosh, Josh, that looks so good. We love you so much. But unfortunately, you can't order those until later because I guess waffles are technically considered desserts here. I know, blasphemy. So instead, I got some non-dessert cream-filled matcha roll cake and also another non-dessert ice cream sundae, which were both delicious, but felt a little more desserty than the sweet little waffle that I longed for. As I put my rubber back to the road, I set off into the mountains for a few thousand vertical feet of climbing and highway riding as I pushed to this famous udon shop that's apparently supposed to be a must-stop if you're passing through. Here, they serve bowls of handmade udon made fresh, and while you're waiting for your food, you can go and pick whatever fried tempura or oden you'd like to supplement your meal with. I decided to go with some squid, octopus, and kakiage. Back at the table, I ordered a bowl of their beef udon and decked it out with some of their self-served soy sauce, sesame, tempura, and ginger. For me, I typically go for ramen over udon if I have the choice, but in this case, the broth was light and sweet, and the noodles were super fresh and bouncy. And altogether, everything cost me less than $7. Now, I've got about 70 kilometers left in the day, and the clock is ticking. So aside from a hydration stop or two, I cranked out the remainder of my ride through some quiet mountain roads and was even fortunate to find a nice bike path as I rolled into Tokushima after about 105 miles of riding and having listened to the entirety of The Hobbit from start to finish. As you all know, I take my nutrition and recovery very seriously. So, to patch myself back up, I was able to make it to this little karage spot right before it closed. On their menu, they offer sizes ranging from a little bit to medium. So, I went with their medium size, which packed around 20 pieces of chicken and came with some rice, soup, and a few different sides. The chicken was nice and crispy on the outside, but still hot and juicy on the inside. The total spend for today was a little over $100, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.